Pigworth here, and I just want to say thank you for the support on my last Hollow Knight video, Silk Song. It did really well. It got over 100 views, at least at the time of recording this, and I just want to say thank you. I didn't think it would do that well, but apparently people still really like Hollow Knight, which is good to hear. It's a great game, and I'm glad people still enjoy it. I personally do, and in fact, that's what today's video is about. Well, I mean, obviously you read the title and saw the thumbnail, so you know what it's about, but yeah, it's about Grimm. Nightmare King Grimm to be exact, and why, in my personal opinion, he is, well, I mean, he's just my favorite Hollow Knight character, okay? I mean, he's elegant, he's charming, he's fast, and his boss fight is so fun, even if I can't beat a stupid nightmare form, because double damage is stupid. But today I'm just going to talk about why I like him so much. So, when you first find the lantern in the Howling Cliffs, and you ignite it, Grimm comes to town, and the stuff happens. You get the Grimm Child Charm, you have to do the fetch quest, and it seems kind of boring at that point, but once you get to the part where you have the first boss fight with him, that for me is where it really gets good. You get to see some of his elegance, I think that's how I pronounce the word, like elegant, but verb, I think. I don't know, I'm weird. And you get to see just how awesome he is. He's like a vampire bat. He's like super fast. He claws you. He has fire. He throws out mini fire bats. He teleports around, dances. The whole thing is just awesome. And I love the concept of a traveling circus in Hollow Knight. It's just so cool. Now, I do want to say there are two endings to it. You can have the nightmare fight with Nightmare King Grimm, or you can banish the troop, but don't banish the troop. There is no good reason to banish the troop. Don't do it. Because, I mean, you miss out on an awesome boss fight, and you don't get the upgraded Grimm-Child Charm, which is one of, like, I think there's only 3 Summoner Charms? And that's one of them, so you get rid of one of the Summoner Charms, which, I mean, it's bad enough that there aren't a lot of Summoners. Getting rid of another one ain't helping. But his boss fight is just so fun. It's a dance, just like he says. And also, in Godhome, he actually bows his head to the God Finders, God Seekers, I don't know what they're called. The guys with the golden masks that have a hive mind that locate the God Seekers, I think their name. He bows them, which also shows that he knows what's happening. And that's just awesome. He's just so cool. And this video is just me ranting on about him being awesome, so I'm probably gonna, hit a few points again. If you haven't played Hollow Knight, play it. You have to. It's that good. Or wait for Silksong to come out if it ever does. I mean, at this point, is Silksong ever gonna really come out? I think it's all just a myth. Silksong isn't real. But Grimm is just so cool. And like when you're fighting him, especially his nightmare form, and all the fire pillars and stuff, that's just so cool. And I also love the effect of like the shadow flames. So in the nightmare form, when he dashes down with the flame trail behind him, that just looks so cool. Everything about him is awesome, and the music, it's some of the best in Hollow Knight. And that's saying something because pretty much all the songs in Hollow Knight are bangers. There are a few that are letdowns, but the majority of them are good. It's on par with Undertale and Deltarune music. Like, if I'm doing a chore or something, I either put on Undertale music or Hollow Knight music. It's one of the two, or Deltarune, but I mean, it's basically alternate universe Undertale. I might do a video on Undertale later. I'm thinking about doing one. Could be fun. But back on topic. Grimm, his theme is awesome. And the one reason you might banish him is you get that cool Dirtmouth remix with Brum. That's pretty cool. But besides that, there's no good reason to banish. Carefree Melody is not a good charm. It's just, well, you got rid of the Grimm Child, so here's a backup charm then. I mean, that's the only reason it exists. Oh, it has a chance to negate damage. So, I mean, it might not even negate damage at all. If you're lucky, I mean, you might be invincible for the whole game. I mean, the odds of that happening are it's basically impossible. It's not gonna happen, but it could. So, I mean, if you really want that, then banish them, but don't banish them. But Grimm's design, his red eyes, his black cape, he's a bat. He's like a vampire bat, but he's also the king of nightmares. And in the Hollow Knight lore, that's actually very interesting because we know the Radiance is basically the goddess of dreams, as they are trapped in the dream realm and they spread their infection through the Hollow Knight in dreams. So they're basically the equivalent of god of dreams. Whereas Grimm being basically the king of nightmares also implies a whole bunch more lore. And I'm not going to get into the lore because I'm too busy studying Five Nights at Freddy's lore to really get into other game lore. I know a fair bit. I'll link some video, maybe a video or two down in the description about Hollow Knight lore and maybe Undertale lore. I don't know. I guess this is now an Undertale video. Da Sans. But I mean, there's just been a tangent about me talking about Grimm. He's awesome. If you haven't played Hollow Knight, play it. It is amazing. And bye.